Hey everybody, this is Brandon with Yrefy, and we're going to cover the proposal by the federal government to forgive student loans. The recent Biden-Harris administration proposal that they're looking to push through. Who's to say whether or not they're actually going to get anything through, but let's kind of go through the 9 rules that they set out and see maybe where you might fall. Rule number 1. Up to $20,000 of relief for borrowers who owe more than they originally borrowed. What does this mean? We have no idea. They didn't really set out a whole lot of details around that. If I borrowed $20,000 and then I accrued $1 in interest, so I now have $20,001, will they just give me $20,000 in relief? I hope so. I would like the $20,000 in relief, but that's where it stands right now. Pretty vague. I'd imagine we'll get more details. Pretty self-explanatory. Rule number 2. So, at the Secretary of Education's discretion, they could forgive loans to borrowers whose balance grew after entering any income-driven repayment plan. And they have to have an annual income under $120,000 for a single individual, $240,000 for a couple jointly filed. There's not a whole lot of details around this at all, and especially when you're talking about Secretary of Education's discretion. I don't know why he likes to be called that all the time. It really does leave a lot to the imagination as to who it is they're going to be forgiving. Rule 2 is pretty self-explanatory too, except for the fact that the lack of details that are coming in on it. Rule number 3, eliminating federal student loan debt for borrowers entering repayment at least 20 years ago and 25 years ago for borrowers with graduate school debt. Say back in 2000 for your underwater basket weaving from the Pima Community College and you haven't totally made all your payments on that loan, you could see relief here. Now, the question comes into, well, what if I borrowed more money in 2016? Does that debt get forgiven as well? Because I technically started repayment back in 2000, but now it's 2016 debt. So there's not a whole lot of clear rules around that as to which loans get forgiven and which ones don't. And then for the graduate school debt, I'm not sure why it's 25 years. Maybe doctors just, need more time to get their school debt repaid. I don't know. We'll see. But we're looking for more details on that as well. Now, rule number 4, relief to any borrower with a commercial loan from the Family Federal Education Loan Program that entered repayment before July 1st, 2000. Now, looking this up, I think this commercial loan program was geared more towards private universities. And so I think there was a lot of defaults and a lot of kind of shenanigans that were going around this. So they definitely want to try and cover borrowers that maybe got caught up in some shady practices by some maybe out of business universities and schools since 2000. Again, not a lot of details, all very much in a proposal sort of state. Rule number 5, provide automatic relief to individuals who qualify under the current relief rules but haven't submitted proper paperwork. So this is great. Right now, under SAVE plans and other income-driven repayment plans, if you're looking to get forgiveness or relief, you actually have to apply for it. There's been a lot of horror stories out there, like people have hired other companies to help them get the SAVE program done for them, relief from the SAVE program, and been swindled. People have submitted improper paperwork. They've been confused about how to get things done. The administration has been slow about things. They want to smooth this out, streamline it, and just make it automatic for everybody, which is how I like my cars. It's how I want my student loan relief to happen. Just, it happens, right? That seems pretty self-explanatory. Let's see if they can actually pull that off. I've never seen the government do anything automatically like that. Rule 6, like Rule 5, this provision plans to provide automatic relief to borrowers who are eligible for existing school closures but haven't submitted paperwork. So right now, if your school has closed or had closed in the past, you might be eligible for relief under current rules, but you have to submit a bunch of paperwork for that. So now you can get that relief without submitting paperwork. So again, automatic, love it. Like, it's hopefully if they actually get it taken care of, it's going to be a huge help to a lot of people. Rule 7 provides relief to borrowers that attend schools who lost federal aid due to secretarial actions. So if the Department of Education closed a school down, you could get automatic relief if that applies to you. So if your school closed down, you could get automatic relief. And a lot of times when they close these schools down, it's because there's high default rates. The debt to income ratio was extremely high. You're talking like, beauty schools that charge like hundreds of thousands of dollars to attend, and then the people end up making $40,000 a year. Like, we're going to help those people out. That sounds fantastic for those people. Similar to Rule 7 in the sense that this accounts for schools that closed before they could even take action. It's like the Secretary of Education came in and says, we're going to close you, and the school's like, we're out of business, done. If that applies to you, you will also get relief, and hopefully it should still be automatic as well. Rule 9 provides relief to borrowers whose program had high debt-to-income ratio. So if your degree, again, has super high student loan debt, so we're talking like you got a master's degree in kindergarten education for $200,000, and then your job pays you $50,000 a year to teach kindergartners, you could see a lot of relief here. This is pretty important. We actually do see a lot of teachers and educators in the Yrefy program, because some of these schools ask for a lot of student loan money. They ask for a lot of tuition money. But some of the degrees they provide, while being very valuable to society, don't see high incomes. So hopefully this will help them out big time. So that concludes all 9 rules of the new proposal by the Biden-Harris administration. Keep following Yrefy. We hope to have more kind of summations of what's going on in the federal government, and who gets forgiveness and all that good stuff. So please subscribe to our channel for further updates, and we look forward to hearing from some of your comments and feedback.